I think we should just go straight to business. Boniface Chizie is a policy analyst and economist, and he's written one article that's been going around in the press about what he thinks is the, his thoughts by the recent rapid fireworks by Godwin Emefiele and the rest of his team at the central bank selling about $500 million to the market. That hasn't happened since last year. Good morning. Thanks for coming through.
Thank you, person, for having me.
We have a lot to talk about. Well, let me just have your views about this article that you've written. In summary, what's your view about where we are at the moment?
Well, I think that's what I've said in the article I wrote is that, I'm quite excited. There's excitement. I feel excitement about the development. Because the central bank has come under severe pressure, and I'm called names, and then I respect the central bank. The governor particularly to be a magician, that we expect him to wield, the magic wand, and then things will begin to happen, at the start of the year. This outcry that he should try and unify the rates, so collapse the rates, between the parallel and the official rate, collapse the rate, so they're coming from all and sundry. And then we came and we took a position, we just say that it's not possible for you to do that, because for you to collapse the rates, you must, you have to operate. Have to go via one window, to do that. And so, but for the extent that you have a window, which is an official window, and then the demands are not all going through that window, and then you are now having people to go outside, demands going outside that window, then what that means in effect is that once you go outside that window, it has to be at a premium. And I said, for instance, if you take below the change, who are licensed, to operate outside that window, the central bank says to them, not official or the interbank rate, and allowed to add a percentage. Now, by the time you go beyond that and you go to the parallel market, the black market, it's a different ballgame. So and really, if you look at what has happened, if you follow this closely, and you track it, you find that the deterioration in the parallel market started happening when some 41 items
were banned.
Almost 2 years ago denied access, the official window. So that started happening. And so the central bank came, and then what the central bank has done in effect, and for me, I think it's a game changer, and I think that they're going to sustain it.
You think the 500 million Emefiele's dollar rain flushed the black market last week? Yes, almost 12% gain.
Yes, I did a calculation. Well, I don't know. Maybe there's some backlog which the central bank tried to clear. What I did a calculation, and what they say to us is that they will give $1 million a week to each of 21 banks. And that's no brainer. So if you're giving, let's say, an average of 20 billion a week, and you have about 50 weeks in a year, that's about $1 billion. And I said to us, that I think that central bank, when people talk about sustainability, because see, this market, you have issues with the psychology of the market, managing the expectations of the market. People are watching this and they're saying to themselves, this thing is not going to last, so we're going to wait. We're going to wait because this is going to happen, and we expect that a few weeks down the line, and Emefiele is going to run out of funds, he's going to have issues, he's going to reverse the thing, and so on. But I said to them, that the fingers are going to be burnt, and burnt more.
Now, because the key question is this: who are these individuals you talked about? Are they genuine industrialists, manufacturers, people in real business, or those who are just sitting and waiting on the wings, speculating, naira dollar, pitching them against the other, and trying to eke out a living, some money in the middle of that?
Well, I think that those we should worry more about are those who legitimately want foreign exchange. Like this, one of the problems with the economy is that we're overly dependent, overly exposed to the external sector. So every operator in this economy has to access, spend some foreign exchange. But those who have to be more concerned about, and those we need to go after and make sure that they are dealt with thoroughly, are those who are the speculators. Now, a massive part of this demand you find in the market is artificial, is a fake demand. Fake in the sense that what happens is that the dollar is going to appreciate, so I'll get the dollar, I'll keep it. Even if it appreciates, I'm going to sell it. And the guy just traffic trading in the currency. Okay, so I'm going to buy dollars. I need dollars in 6 months' time. I'll buy it now because I think it's going to. I'll spend more naira. Those are the ones who want to deal with now. I think they're being dealt with. I think that, and they have to be very careful. I think that more of this is going to happen. Now, if Emefiele and Central Bank can sustain this for 6 months, we'll have sanity in the system. That's very important. Because those speculators now, if you've taken some money and you've taken a bank loan and you've tied it up on hard currency, waiting to speculate and sell it a few months down the line, you're worried about the interest rates and so on. And so very soon, money will start coming out.
We don't have the numbers yet, but if you look at 11.56% downside for the dollar last week, in which the naira gain appreciate over and above the US dollar. If we take a look at the dollar numbers, we're trying to sniff around and see how much that. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of money.
A lot of money.
Some folks who put dollars under their pillows
let's not complicate this thing. I mean, the things I appreciate about 100 naira. It was 520. It's about 4. As at Saturday morning, when I checked the papers, it was about 435. Talking about 100 naira appreciation. And so that's massive. And so I did the paper. In fact, I'm being called now the oracle of Lekki phase 1. You know?
Of Lekki phase 1.
Yes.
Oh, I remember. Quite a number of analysts, and everyone is on the streets as far as the currency was concerned. In fact, there was absolutely no other news last week apart from the green bonds. Everybody's looking about the FX. And some folks from SBM Intelligence, and that's what they call them. This is the dollar rate. It's a look at the FX situations, and they believe that the central bank, like you're saying, remain the main supplier of FX in the market, and this cannot continue ad infinitum, if you use that, I'm sorry, indefinitely, as it were.
But the thing is that, what the tragedy of the FX management in this economy is the fact that central bank has been dominant in supplying this. There's nothing that we are saying today that has not been tried before. At some point in time, central bank did come when there was this pressure. Okay, they have to be another player in the market. And central bank did come and say, look, we're just going to be another player in the market. We'll just intervene if we see that the rates are not. Then what's happened? And the dollar liquidity was not coming in. Even the oil majors, who had currency, they would change it, convert it to the naira to the extent that they want to spend that naira here, domestic expenditure. Otherwise, they keep it in dollars in their accounts.
Yes.
So that's the problem. So the point is, I want people to come and tell you, let's float the naira. Let's float the naira. You're not floating the naira. You're not aligning with the fundamentals, and that's why you are not attracting portfolio investors and so on and so forth. That's why people are taking their monies away. It's not correct. There's no country in the world. Look, if you follow this discussion, the Americans accuse Chinese of gaining.
Of currency manipulation.
Yes, manipulation of gaining lots of trade advantage. And that's
Germany has been accused. Japan has also been accused. But these are industrial countries.
Yeah, but so if they are managing their currencies, why are we now here telling ourselves what is not done elsewhere, not done by the so-called matured economies?
So when you float a currency in real terms, it means you float it so you can manage it.
Yeah, no, but you float a currency, it means that all controls are off.
All what?
All controls are off.
All controls are
Yes, all controls are taken off. So you float it, you allow the market to supply and demand to just determine the thing.